Hey guys, it's Jennifer Don Gabiola, and today I wanted to talk with you about a topic that I'm super passionate about. I mentioned it the other day um, in my other live, but I wanted to talk about money, and I titled this live 7K Payday the Turtle Way. So, first off, I wanted to share a big win that I had a huge win. This week I made 7K. Woohoo! And this month I'm on my way to having my first 5-figure month, which is going to be incredible. So, yeah, I feel really excited about that and grateful. And I wanted to talk about money because believe me, I've had my own journey around money and facing a lot of my money blocks and stuff. And I wanted to just share, what I've learned to help you really reframe what making money is all about. So, making money ultimately is about service, okay? It's about sacred commerce. It's an equal exchange of value. And when I say sacred commerce, it's really like you are coming to the table at something with your value, which is very divine and sacred and valuable. And in exchange for that value, someone is going to pay you with their hard-earned money. So it is a sacred exchange of value. The commerce that is exchanged. It's you're doing soul work. You're doing work to help activate change, help someone change their life. So in exchange for that, of course, you deserve to be paid well for that because you're helping to change someone's life. So what I think about is I ask not like how much money can I make? It's like how can I help? What can I give? Not what can I get? Because people can feel that energetically. If this is not about a transaction, this is about really allowing yourself to get in the space of service and feel into how can I help rather than getting caught up in a number. And then also thinking about, what can I create that lights me up and helps people reach their goals, right? So you have to be very clear on that because why I say it needs to light you up is because your work needs to give you life. It can't be like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this because I know I'll get paid. Your life is really meant to give you life. So think about what you can create to help someone achieve their goals. Like, for example, if you're a weight loss coach, think about creating a package that really inspires someone to be consistent with their goals and losing weight and feeling comfortable in their skin. But you need to feel excited about it because people will feel that energy. There has to be energy behind this. That way people will feel your enthusiasm and your commitment and obviously, experience your expertise, right? Okay, so also I wanted to share with you that this is also in my personal experience when I made the shift with seeing money. Money is it's not about suffering or proving your worth. Okay, because for me personally, in the past, making money felt heavy. It felt like, it just felt like a weight. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to be successful. And, oh, hi guys. There's Maris and Carissa. Hey. Yeah, making money, it needs to feel light. And in my past, making money felt heavy. It felt like a burden. It felt like, when I was doing a lot of inner work, I realized making money felt like I had to prove my worth. And somehow it was a part of my identity to suffer, and there wasn't like a lot of joy. There was some, but for the most part, it felt heavy because it felt like a heavy responsibility. And what I want to encourage you to know is that, when you're out there sharing your services, sharing your business, you're actually not responsible for other people's success. They are. And that was a big shift for me because I felt like I was like a people pleaser and overgiver. So that's where the burden came from. I always felt like, oh my God, I have to be responsible for me and be responsible for that person's success, because I was constantly trying to prove that I was valuable. And where the shift came for me was like, oh no, actually, that's not mine to own. My role is to activate change. My role is to, and I want to encourage you to think this way, your role is to create a safe and sacred space for you to help that person activate that light within themselves to want to rise and to want to change. And your role is to help guide them. It's a collaboration. You're not putting them on your back to try to create the change yourself. This is like you're meeting people halfway. And that's how you empower people and not enable people, right? So that's a major shift. So I hope that really resonates with you. I'm getting goosebumps. I really hope that having that reframe helps you see making money in a lighter way, because making money can feel light and fun and life affirming, right? Mary says hi, and I can totally relate. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, so that's major. So really think about, because I hear this a lot from my students in my Quiet Voice Big Impact Mastermind and my course, that like they're maybe only comfortable making a certain amount of money. It's because that amount of money feels safe, like they know how to make it, but it's attached with these associations like, well, if I make more money, it's too much stress, or I don't know if I can keep it, or it's like the idea of making more money beyond what you've proven yourself to make feels kind of dangerous and like maybe threatening to your well-being. Maybe you think you're going to get burnt out, or maybe it's threatening to your self-worth. Like, I don't know if I can keep proving my worth making, a lot more money, right? But it's not. I encourage you to separate yourself from that topic of that belief, that old belief that making money has something to do with your self-worth, because your self-worth has nothing to do with it. You're actually whole and complete, and you're being called by God, life, the universe, whatever you believe in, to actually show up fully, shine your light, and be of service. It takes time for you to shift those beliefs, but really that's the truth, and that's what's shifted with me, especially this year, for me to, make 7K in, 1 week. It's big. Last year in my course, I made 15K in my launch. And like I said, I'm positioned now to have like a 5-figure month. But I'm not killing myself. You know what I mean? So that's why I said the turtle way. I'm going to share some tips at the end of this live just to help you really shift how you can make more money, but in a way that really fuels your spirit. And I also wanted to say that, like, this is also a shift for me. The more money I make, the more life force comes through me, and the more I can serve and help empower other people to do the same. So where I felt burdened in the past was I was like, oh my God, like I felt so isolated and alone. Like, I have to make this money. I have to make this money. It felt like the responsibility was too heavy for me. I don't even, I had to keep proving to myself, like, I don't know how to do this. But if you can surrender those old beliefs and trust that God, life, the universe actually wants you to thrive. But it requires you to have some level of faith and trust and surrender and co-create with the process. Like what I do is I really pray about, like, how can I be of service to people? What can I create that really lights me up, really uses my full potential and helps someone really achieve their goals? That's what I think about. That's what I pray about. And then I also pray about God, who do you want me to help? And then I get the divine download, and then I reach out to people. And, I don't get attached to like their the outcome, like they say yes or no, but it's just an invitation, like, hey, I just want to help. And so if you resonate with me, let's talk about it and see if I can be of service. If not, it's cool. Like, I'm not attached to it, because I've done so much inner work that I I'm not attached to like whether or not you sign up with me or not. I mean, I wish everyone success, but I only work with people that are very invested in themselves, who are very committed, because, you know, if we work together, I'm going to show up 100% full on. And so I expect my clients, students, to also show up fully, because otherwise, why are we together? It's to help you thrive, right? My goal is to help you, you know, create success in a way that's like life affirming. It gives you life, and you're impacting people's lives, not like hustling yourself and then you're killing yourself, you're burning yourself out. I understand what that's like. You know, when I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, I understand. So again, there's a different way. So that's why I call this like the turtle way. Mara says, I get stressed out when I charge a lot about having to deliver and maybe not being able to deliver what I charge. Yeah, here's the deal though. You have to remember that you have value. And if you have clients who've experienced change in their life, you know, you've tested this out, right? You've seen that, you have to believe it. And you have to know that when you work with people, it's not about you. It's actually what they're wanting is for you to show up fully and not question yourself. And then you put the responsibility on them. Your role is to guide them, but it's their responsibility to do the work. You give them tips, you help guide them, you collaborate. It's a co-creative process, but you're not responsible for the results. They are. And that's really, I find, when you place someone in that position, you're empowering them, and it's like, oh, this is on me, instead of enabling them like, okay, well, this person, it can sense like, oh, I can, you know, have this person do more for me than I can do for myself. Like, yeah, it needs, you need to, when you're sharing, when you're selling, when you're serving, come from a place of power within yourself. Like, I know my value. I know my value. And if you want help to create this change, you know, in my case, if you want help with building your brand, if you want help with creating a sustainable business that lights you up and honors your energy and makes you feel like lit up by life, if you need help like owning your presence online, your brand presence, and especially your personal presence and your style, so that way you resonate with people, then I'm your girl. But we have to like talk about it and see if there's resonance between us, because when when you're talking, like, let's say you have discovery calls, it's your also decision to decide, do I want to work with this person, right? You have to like recognize like, okay, it's a win-win, and if it feels like a win-win for both of us, then yes, let's do it. And then you just, again, you stay present to that person, what they need, and you do your best in excellence, not being perfect, but in excellence. And that's really your tribe, your people, that's what they'll expect. And if you come across anyone who still, like, you do your best and they're not happy, well, it's just not a good fit, right? And it's you just have to go through the process, but you'll become, the more you do this, you'll become more and more discerning on who you would love to work with, not just who's gonna say yes to my offer. It's like, no, who would I love to work with? Well, I feel like I can really help change your life. And I'll just tell you this, like, the people that I work with, especially privately, through the process, we fall in love. I love my clients, period. I do, because I'm so invested in their success. Like, why else would we work together if my role is not to help you be successful, right? I mean, there's other ways to make money, and this is deep, deep work. And my approach, I approach everything in my business. Like I said, my business is, and my brand is sacred. It's holy. I show up fully for myself and for others. And, you know, sometimes it'll resonate with the right people, and it will not resonate with others. And that's okay. But it's best for you to show up consistently in a way where people can feel that reverence that you have for yourself, and you demonstrate your value consistently, right? Which leads me to the tips. Okay, so again, like, I want to encourage you to see making money as a process that can be light and fun, and it gives you life. So I wanted to just share like 4 tips to help you make money, like the turtle way. So, and again, like my approach is like, it's practical, but it's also very soulful. So first, get clear on your actual money goal. And I really encourage my clients and students to pick a number that feels outside of your comfort zone, right? If you know how to make 30K, well, I encourage you to maybe to go to 40K. Like, but the number needs to feel outside of your comfort zone, but still possible. Or let's say maybe you have experience making 5K a month, right? But you're like, well, maybe what's pushing me a little outside my comfort zone is 7K a month. It still seems possible, but it's not like you're saying, I'm going to make $1 million this month. It still needs to have some level of like resonance with you. Like, okay, it's possible. So choose a number that feels good to you, but still like challenges you. Okay, and then step 2, really take time to envision the people you want to help. Okay, how do you want to feel when you're making this money? Really, what's helpful for me is I imagine these people and I have a heart-to-heart connection. You know, I imagine like, what does it feel like to have these people really have breakthroughs where they're like, oh my God. Like I've had clients say to me, like, I've prayed for you. I've prayed to have someone help me the way you do because I feel seen and heard and goosebumps. And I feel like tune into that feeling of that deep reverence for your clients. Tune into that feeling where it lights you up to like, oh my God, like I love serving these people because they respect me, I respect them. They are ambitious but soulful. Like think about the qualities and tune into that feeling because so much of this work is energetic. Like your vibe, really, I heard this quote on Instagram. I think it was Nicole Linnell. She said that your vibe is your currency. And I really believe that. So people hire you. People can hire, like let's say if you're a life coach, there's a lot of life coaches, but why they choose you? It's your energy. It's your voice. It's how you show up, right? So really tune into the feeling of this process of making this money and how do you want these people to feel? How do you want to feel? Really, I can't stress enough the feeling. You have to tap into that. And then from a practical standpoint, be consistently kind and helpful so you demonstrate your value. Because what you're doing is planting seeds. You can't have a harvest without planting seeds. So don't expect like if you do one Facebook Live, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make 10 grand by that one live. I'm not saying it's impossible, but what I found for me with this turtle way, it's cumulative. It's like I plant a lot of seeds, but they're very deliberate. It's like I'm planting really deep roots, and the people that come to me who want to work with me, I feel like they already know me, right? It's because I'm so consistent. And then when we get on a call, I really tune into their energy and their vibe and go, okay, well, how can I ask God, like, how can I help this person? And then if it feels like a good fit for both of us, it's win-win, then we work together, you know? And so so the third step is be consistently kind and helpful and consistently demonstrate your value. And then the last part, which is very important, is the call to action. Invite people to work with you. I see this a lot where people are visible, but they don't ask people, like, you invite them to work with you. You can invite them to a free call. You can, or if you want to invite them to your Facebook group or join your mailing list, you can nurture those leads. But there needs to be some sort of call to action because if people are really feeling you, they, depending on where they are, if they're ready for change and they like you and they trust you, then why not make the invitation to make it easy for them, right? So let's see here. Carissa says, something I've done is undercharged, but I realized quickly. Yeah, undercharging is also, it's okay. You have to practice, right? But again, that process of like, okay, what number feels like I feel excited to do the work. I feel like in reverence of me and how I serve, how I can help. And it challenges you. It challenges you. You know, let's say you're used to charging, I don't know, $100 a session. Try 200. See how that feels. You have to like work up to raising your prices, but I always encourage my clients and students to challenge themselves and not worry about, well, what will the market bear? Well, what will people pay? Don't do it like that. Like, I mean, there's people out there that spend a lot of money, and not saying like you do it for that, but I'm just saying that don't worry like about if there's not enough money or if there's not enough people who pay. You just need to show up and really be deeply aligned with the number. And people pay for what they value. So if you're on a call and you communicate the value and you help them see how you can help them get to where they want to go, I'm pretty sure they'll want to say yes to you. And also, I actually shared this on my mastermind yesterday. The fortune is in the follow-up, because we talked about social sales. The fortune is in the follow-up. So keep following up with people, because people are busy, you know, and just, but do it in a way that's very kind and human. Like, you don't ever want it to feel pushy, because treat people the way you want to be treated, because that's really how, you know, people don't want to be sold to, but they do want help. So they want to work with people that are human and real, right? Mary says, I love your work so much. There are not many people out there like you. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. If you have any other questions, or if you're watching the replay, tag me in the group. I'm happy to answer you. And I wanted to share some exciting news. I'm opening up the doors to my 2019 Quiet Voice Big Impact Icon Mastermind, which is exciting. And I got divine guidance to also have an inner circle. So basically the difference between the mastermind and the inner circle is the mastermind is really, it's a year-long engagement. So it's a commitment, but I will say this, you get clear on your goals in the top of the year, you get clear on your voice, you dig deep on like holding on to that throughout the year, and you build your business in a life-affirming, sustainable way. And of course, you're gonna make money in the early part of the year, but the way I've designed this is each month's training builds upon the next. Again, it's the turtle way, really, because we all want quick results, but I find the sustainable aspect is so important. I don't want you to burn out, and I don't want you to attract people that just want to take from you. This is an equal exchange of value. So there's a lot of training on money, success, personal presence, style, community building. I have, if you're interested, we can hop on a call and I can share the trainings. I'm actually sharing some new trainings for next year, like how to be an influencer as an introvert, speaking. So I'm feeling into like all the topics. There's definitely a foundational piece throughout the year. So you continue to build momentum and you know, grow your business, attract the right people, your clients. But it really, what I've learned doing this several years, it becomes a sisterhood. It really does. It becomes a sisterhood because people can feel it. One of my clients said it felt like that I'm doing holy work. I love the word holy because I feel like it's just like I'm so serious about that. Like what is being called to come through you is so sacred, and so to me that's very special. So that's why I keep the mastermind intimate, not a huge group. Because I really want to go deep with each person. This is not just a transaction. It's like I want to see you. I want you to see me, and I want to journey with you to see you win, to see you succeed. And then exciting news on, I've had a lot of people reach out to me because they are ready to launch, like a little bit more advanced level. And so God gave me this divine download to have, I think it's called the Turtle Way Launch Lab Inner Circle. So that's an even smaller group. I think I would only take 6 people. And so that one's like, you're ready to launch, but launch in a way that's not going to kill you, because I've done it that way. Like to me, a core value of mine in launching and in business is spaciousness. it needs to feel like life affirming. Making money is not meant to kill you. I'll just say that. Thriving in your business needs to feel good, okay? And it needs to be repeatable and sustainable. So we'll be covering, how to launch in a way based on your unique offering. Like I'm going to guide you based on my experience, but that inner circle includes one-on-one time with me and group coaching calls. So yeah, I'm really excited about 2019 because I have been through a lot, especially this year, and I feel December, something has ignited in me even more that I really want to help people lovingly face the things that are keeping them playing small or making them feeling stuck, because I have been through it all, and I want to help you navigate that faster and help you receive, help you to feel safe to receive all the success, money, love, support that you deserve. You need to feel safe to receive. So if this resonates with you, if you feel like a pull to learn more, no pressure. I'm offering some discovery calls. You can email me at info@dawningsoul.com or send me a private message. But like I said, I keep both groups small on purpose because I want you to feel seen. Like I've been in courses where it's felt like you get kind of lost in the shuffle. And this is not really a course. I do have a branding course that I'm wrapping up now. But even that, it's with a core value of mine is I want people to feel acknowledged and seen, because that's what I would have wanted when I started out 8 years ago. If I had this support when I first started, man, I'm grateful for where I am now, but it would have propelled me, because I feel like this type of support that I'm providing, it feels like it's honoring like the goals and the calling that you want, and you're being supported by someone that actually sees you in that divine light and tunes into your vibe and helps you co-create from that place. I don't see a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of people sharing strategies and techniques from a mental place, which I do cover that because I'm very strategic. But I start off, I always say flow first, logic second. You have to tune in to the magic and the energy, and then we can organize and we can strategize and we can come up with a plan that feels very aligned, right? So you feel like you're making consistent progress. But what I used to do is go straight to the planning and control everything and over planning and over analyzing without the soul work. And that's where I got stuck, and that's where I got sick. And so to me, it has to be both, where you are tuning into yourself. That deep alignment is necessary. Tuning into your energy, trusting your own discernment, trusting your voice, trusting your process, this turtle way, trusting that for yourself. And then together, let's make a plan and make this happen, right? Nara says, I love the word co-creation. It's very divine. Yeah, this whole creating success is co-creative. Whether or not you believe it, it's the truth. I've done it the other way, where I've believed I was just trying to do it on my own, felt very isolated, proving myself. I've been through that, and I'm not going back. It's like, I can't even describe the type of existence I had before. It was painful, and it's a process to unlearn all of that. But to me, that's why I feel like God is asking me to step up in a bigger way, especially in the new year, to help people rise beyond who they think they can be. That's why I'm here. I'm getting goosebumps. That's why I'm here. So let me see here. Some more questions here. Oops. Humans are social creatures. Nobody wants to be alone. Absolutely. And that's the reason why, like, I used to be very independent. Like, oh, no, I don't need help. Because I used to think asking for help was weak. But I realized, like, God, if I had known how much easier my life would have been if I just allowed myself to receive help from other mentors, other sisters, man, my life would be so much easier. But I don't regret what I've gone through because it's helped me, it shaped who I am today. And now I can talk from a place of truth, because I can honestly tell you, like, I understand what it's like to be a workaholic, perfectionist, burning yourself to the ground when you get sick. Man, I've experienced a lot. So, and then for me to turn out who I am now and to operate from a place of grace and trust in something greater than me, this is someone who used to be a control freak. It's a miracle. So how can I not show up now and help people? To me, it's a gift that I've come to this far, that God placed this gift in my heart. So how can I not show up consistently and help people suffer less? How can I not help them reach their goals? How can I not? Because I understand that misery. I'm not doing that. And I'm not here to convince anybody to work with me. It's like either you feel me or not. And I'm not attached anymore, because I used to be like, oh my God, I hope they want to work with me, because I was so focused on me. I hope they approve of me. I hope I can prove my worth if we work together. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. To me, it's like if you feel the pull and you feel like you want to change and you feel a level of trust with me, and you're willing to take a leap of faith and journey with me, then yeah, let's talk. But I'm not here to convince anyone, because I can't be more invested in your success than you. And that's what I realized. It's like, you have to want it more than me. And if you want it, then I'm here to help you, but I can't want it more than you. Then that defeats the purpose, right? So it requires a level of non-attachment, like you care, but you're not attached to like, oh my God, I hope they approve of me. Because at the end of the day, you serving and helping people, it's not about like proving your worth. It's really, if you really show up in that way, that spirit of excellence, it's about you showing up fully, requiring your clients to show up fully, and then you do the work together to reach their next level. That's what it is. That's what I've learned. So, okay, well, I hope this has been helpful. I was praying about, because I knew I wanted to talk about money for this live, but I was really praying about like what message specifically wanted to come through. So this is what came through. So if you want to connect, want to learn more about the mastermind, or just want to learn more about how I can possibly help you, let me know, because I'm here to help. There's no pressure, but I am definitely here to help. So my email is info@dawningsoul.com, or you can send me a private message. But I hope this training on money is helpful for you. I really pray that it is helpful for you. Whether or not we ever work together, I really hope this is helpful for you, because the reframe of detaching yourself from your self-worth from making money is huge, and it's a process. But if you can get that down, it's freaking liberating. It is. So if you have any questions, let me know. But I really hope this is helpful for you. If you have any, I'd love to know actually your biggest takeaway. So if you could tag me in the comments, that'd be great. And yeah, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday, so I will be sharing more videos next week. But yeah, 2019 is around the corner, so be very clear and deliberate about what you want to create, because you are a creator. You are a creator. Whether or not you believe it or not, you are creating your reality. So I say that with a lot of love. Just trust that with your energy, with your mind, with your intention, be very, very deliberate about what you want to create. And I want you to know it is possible, and you're allowed to have help if you feel the need to have help. So, okay, guys, I think that's it. I hope you have a good weekend, and I will talk with you next week. Bye, guys.